Welcome back to Should You Watch This? I'm Chris Compton, the man, the myth, the legend, the popcorn priest. Today we're reviewing In Bruges 2008. This was recorded in 2016. We watched it a bit ago. Wanted to let you hear our thoughts on this great movie. In Bruges features 126 uses of the F word and its derivatives. Over the course of the film's 107-minute running time, that works out to be around 1.18 F words per minute. So there's a little preview for you. If I can get through this without laughing, this is one of my favorite quotes from In Bruges. This is Ken and Ray talking about going up to see one of the towers in the city. He says, "Come up." "What up there?" "The view." "The view of what?" "The view down here. I can see that down here." "Ray, you're about the worst tourist in the whole world." "Ken, I grew up in Dublin. I love Dublin. If I'd grown up in a farm and was retarded, Bruges might impress me. But I didn't, so it doesn't." Enjoy In Bruges. Also, if you're trying to find this, we streamed it on Xfinity, but the only place that I could find it, well, you can see it on multiple places, but you'd have to rent it at this point. There's nowhere you can find it for free, so just thought I'd let you know. Joining me today are Cole and Taylor, our reoccurring guests on the pod. You never know what you're going to get with these guys, and that's why I love to have them on the show. Enjoy.
How to hide out in Bruges.
Where's that?
It's in Belgium.
Blend in with the tourists.
Be to the top of the tower?
Well, you lot ain't going up there.
What exactly are you trying to say?
They're a bunch of elephants.
Conceal your identity.
Blakely?
Yes. No, Mr. Cranham. No. Yes. Mr. Blakely? Yes.
And stick to your getaway plan.
I'm gonna go back to my room, see if I can escape.
Okay, on a count of 1, 2, 3, go.
Who says it?
Oh, you say it.
1, 2, 3, go!
In Bruges.
What is your name?
Derek, Pearl, Laurel.
Rated R.
Welcome back to another episode of The Popcorn Priest with his trusty sidekicks,
Salty steeds.
Mr. Taylor and Mr. Cole. We have just screened
Call me Silver.
Call You Silver.
Yeah, trusty steeds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gold or bronze, and those are terrible names. No, I'm High House Silver.
All right, we just screened In Bruges, pronounced Bruges, not Bruges. Bruges. We tried to speak it into the Xfinity remote, and that did not work.
I don't believe in letting machines do my work for me.
I tried.
Waffle makers. And
Okay. This was out in 2008. What is your problem? Colin Farrell and Colin Farrell and Academy Award nominee Rafe, not pronounced Ralph, Rafe Fiennes.
Not pronounced Finnis. I'm going to call him Rafel.
Star in the edgy,
Rafel Finnis.
outrageous, action-packed comedy. I don't know if it's action-packed.
Yeah, there was
You
gunshots.
gonna pay Amazon for that copy? Like that copy there?
There was gunshots.
It's not action-packed. And it says action-packed comedy that critics are calling wildly entertaining.
It's action-packed if you enjoy history and dates.
Action is in it.
It is not. I would, and that poster it makes it look way different than it really. It looks like a play or of some kind.
It makes it seem like a Woody Allen comedy where they're going to sit around
It
a
does
table
look
and
like a
talk.
Woody Allen comedy.
Yeah, it is not.
It makes it seem like there's going to be angst and bad Jewish jokes.
I don't think there's a blue sky in that entire movie, so it's odd that there's one on the
There was a blue sky in the park.
I guess you're right.
In your face.
It is very dark.
It's a very fog-filled town.
It's as dark as the canal in the town that bears its
It's
name.
like a fairy tale. Like they say that fog is in the streets. It's like a dream.
It stars Colin Farrell, obviously Ray Fiennes is in it, and Brendan Gleeson, directed by Martin McDonough.
Also, Syrian Hines is the priest.
That is true. For like runtime, 1 hour, 47 minutes, released in 2008. Taylor, you were second last time. I would like your review of this film, since this is your
Like 1,000 stars.
You remember?
1,000 stars. It's so tightly written. It's so like the script is so good. It's so perfect. It looks like he had like a story, and then he like did 1,000 drafts of it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I think a lot of was this guy's first film.
No, there was one before it.
Won an Academy Award for like a short film or something like that. I think before he made this.
But don't you feel like some directors who, like what's District 9, like they spend so much of their like adult life fixated on a script or something, and it's awesome because they've had so much time to make it awesome, and then they get famous, and then they direct 2 or 3 other movies, and they're not as good.
But he hasn't really gotten that famous yet. I mean, there was this, and then there was Seven Psychopaths.
Which Left didn't do as well. Was Colin Farrell in that too?
But you know what I'm saying? That's not like, if you compare that to this, it's not as good.
No, it's not. It's not as tightly written either. Like that movie's like really loose and all over the place.
It's still hilarious, but at the same time, it follows the same pattern where you have no idea where the plot's going to go from beginning to end, but it still makes it interesting just watching it. Seven Psychopaths just had a lot more throwaway characters that just kind of...
I cared a lot more for these characters.
Seven Psychopaths were kind of main
characters in this a lot more, because there's only like 2, 3 of them.
It's like Christopher Walken and Colin Farrell and like Woody Harrelson that you care about.
Harrelson was in that too. Yeah,
the cowboy.
So Taylor gives it 1,000 stars.
1,000 stars.
So obviously recommended.
It's like you ever like write a paper and you're like, if only I could do that over again and then over again.
And I'm calling you Cantinflas because of your mustache. So
My lack of hygiene.
And you're shoving wrappers into my couch. Thanks a lot.
Because that's exactly
where they go.
All right. Cole, In Bruges.
Even if you were to take out all the action-packedness,
in the hilarious edgy comedy,
and even if it was Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell just sitting in a hotel room with the same dialogue, I'd still watch it over and over again. Because
it's like My Dinner with Andre.
This is basically the R-rated version filled with C words that is My Dinner with Andre. It's basically my visit to the pub in Bruges with Andre, filled with F words.
Yeah, there was probably a peak of C words that I've heard in a film.
Really the conversation at the table towards the end, but mainly more F words than C words. But there are spattering here.
But that's a strong word.
Well, strong word for
in Australia they've already worn out that word
for Britain, but
like that word doesn't even mean anything over there. Like Australia needed to start inventing new swear words. They've used them too much.
They need to take some from us. We got too many. It's too easy to swear.
Okay. I like the C words. Apparently you like them. So what would you rate this film?
I too would give it 1,000 stars. I wish that I had a string of light up stars and I could wrap the director around in it like a Christmas tree to show my praise.
Speaking of which, why haven't you put up your Christmas lights? Why do you hate Christmas?
Yeah, Chris.
Like your neighbors are all into it.
You know how much it would cost to wrap my freaking house with lights?
Chris, that humble brag there.
Chris, that's the duty that comes with living in the suburbs, is doing the same crappy thing that your neighbors do, regardless of how expensive.
We've all seen those movies.
When you can see the house without the snow all over it, I'm getting great landscaping done instead of
the smell.
No, the snow. The snow, once it melts, it's melted. Yeah. Well, this is not about my landscaping or Christmas lights. It's about In Bruges, okay?
The neighborhood association says that there is a competition.
You got out of paying for a fence with your neighbor, so you might as well invest that savings in Christmas lights to at least appease his eyes when he looks over here.
I did right.
This dark mass of a house.
I did wire in places for lights. So come in a few years when I can rustle up the cashish.
You make your kids do it? Is that what your plan is?
No, they'll fall off the house and die.
Chris, that's what support lines are for.
You're going to insure your kids and kill them?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So what are we talking? What are we doing here?
Back to In Bruges. Back. 1,000 stars from Taylor, 1,000 stars from Cole.
Yes.
So we got 2,000 stars.
So
Why
far.
do you think it deserves 1,000 stars, Cole?
Because the jokes are so random, and it's not afraid to be racist, like the conversations between the armies of the whites and the blacks in the future. And it just is so politically incorrect and just does not care that it is so hilarious.
I think the implication there was that Americans are racist.
No, not that.
Brendan Gleeson was not racist.
No, I mean, we're scared of racism. So, and plus the plot is just, you have no idea where the plot's going to go. And so it's more, any movie that you can't figure out no matter how hard you try is more than worth the effort to watch. As opposed to numerous other comedies where you can see the joke a mile away or you know what's going to happen without having to try.
I agree. It definitely, not only the action-packed, even though it's not really action-packed, there are sequences of action, but not only did the action, but the dialogue kept me very engaged.
It cut a nice swath in the humor bone.
Yeah, so my rating, of course, we've got 5 rate scale of the top is golden bucket, then you got medium bucket, a small bucket, then actually what it should be is golden bucket, large, medium, small, and then a turned over bucket that's on fire. And
we need to have a pizza podcast, so then like the top award can be like a double stuffed supreme, and then like the lowest award can just be like a Little Caesars cheese pizza that's like just totally gross.
those can be good sometimes.
Well, but wouldn't you rather have like
They have bacon stuffed crust and then like pepperoni stuffed crust now, so you shut your mouth.
they do?
About the quality of Little Caesar.
Okay,
Feel my heart trying to beat when I watch that commercial for the pepperoni cheese.
my rating. Shh, quiet time for you. My rating is
Pretzel crust bread.
golden bucket. I don't know how many times I would watch this.
But if you were to watch it more than once, you would chuckle again while viewing it.
True.
Big Lebowski. That's a movie I just turn on and laugh.
Yeah, but the Big Lebowski doesn't have depressing moments in it.
They're nihilists. There are nihilists.
Chris, when they dropped that weasel in the bathtub, I was so tense I was digging my fingernails into the couch.
Cut off your penis, Lebowski.
Okay, well,
And when the neighbor finds out that he got the baby he requested, I had tears in my eyes of happiness.
I do recommend this film if you haven't seen it. Hey, the priest is talking here, please.
The bowling noises.
Apparently, we need to screen The Big Lebowski for these guys because they are laughing uncontrollably. Can you guys be quiet for just 2 seconds while I wrap this up,
I'm gonna take
please?
the bowling noises so bad. Now I'm done.
Okay, all right. Golden Bucket for sure. Definitely go see this. I know it came out in 2008, but I hadn't seen it, and definitely worth your time.
Yeah, how did you wait 8 years? That's just unacceptable.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, definitely check it out. Be prepared for some. Don't take the last Snickers. That's mine.
Sorry.
If you don't mind the C word, many F's, in a different kind of. Don't take the Snickers. Just trying to take my last Snickers. Lots of C's, lots of F's, and some pretty graphic violence, I would say. Right?
It's pretty violent. It's brief.
I'm so
yeah.
I'm so desensitized. I
Not
didn't even notice.
gratuitous, I wouldn't say.
No.
It's
No.
not like Django Unchained.
It's not gratuitous, but it's shocking.
Yeah, it's definitely punctuates the film, and it sets it up. But great overall. Until next time, this is the Popcorn Priest. We'll see you at the movies, as they say in the business.